Hello folks, it's Anahita Rao, and I wanted to speak about something a bit lighter today, more fun. I think we've been too serious recently because there's just so much going on, and we're all hearing all the sort of the negative news and the doom and gloom. So I thought, let me do a series of something a bit more fun, a bit more light, and I'm going to do this over the next few days, and I'll sort of post it one by one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each nakshatra, all 27 of them, and I'm going to talk about compatibility for each of them. Yeah. We all know relationship compatibility is a very popular topic, and it's much more complex than just looking at the moon placement. But the moon placement, and more importantly the nakshatra placement of the moon, is the key to understanding compatibility. So first I'm going to just talk a little bit about what is a nakshatra for those who are new to Vedic astrology. The heart of Vedic astrology is in fact nakshatras. Originally Jyotish was focused on nakshatras only, which is the movement of the moon through the constellations, rather than the sign, which is the movement of the sun. Nakshatra is basically a fixed star constellation in the sky where the planets are transiting. I would describe nakshatras as the passive but potent force which need the planets to activate them. Yeah. So it's vital to note the nakshatra placement, as this will reveal the inner motivation and the attributes of the planets that reside there or transit there. In fact, the calculations and predictions in Vedic astrology are made from the vantage point of the moon transiting a specific nakshatra at the time of your birth. The controlling planet of the nakshatra must be seen for its impact, as well as the deity that rules the nakshatra, to assess the entire situation and to see what's going on. Okay, so back to the topic at hand. We're going to look at nakshatra compatibility and see your best match from your moon sign. If you don't know where your moon was situated when you were born, then you can go to the chart calculator on my website, which is there for free, and you can plug in your details. It should pop up with your moon's nakshatra. Remember, this is the sidereal system, so it may place your moon in a different sign altogether from the tropical or the western placement. And for those who are watching all of the nakshatra videos, please note that this little intro will be repeated in all of the videos. Yeah, one more final thing I wanted to say about compatibility is that when it comes to looking for a match, this is just sort of a common sense thing, I guess, but it's very important. Please see goodness where it lies, rather than hoping for goodness where it does not exist. Yeah. We're all guilty of being with people that are not good to us or for us, in the hopes that they will be someday. So just don't get caught up in that illusion. Yeah. Astrology can, remember, astrology can only guide us, but we make the final call. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started with the nakshatra compatibility videos. Yeah. Okay, so now we are on to Ashlesha. For Ashlesha, your ideal life partner is Vrisha, and your most challenging partner is Dhanishta. Right, so let's talk about it. So Ashlesha and Ashwini, you have a very unique bond. they're special to you. You see them as exciting, adventurous, and you connect instantly. You're also attracted by their idealism, and they tend to remain in your heart as you see them as free spirits, kind of like yourself. You trust them, you feel in tune with them, and they understand your vulnerabilities and tolerate your weaknesses. So this is a good one. Ashlesha and Bharani, a beautiful relationship. It can be friendly and sensuous, yet unconventional. Bharani keep you enthralled. You can remain with them, bound by their sexual aura for longer than you anticipated. Their possessiveness can make you retreat a little bit. So make them feel secure, but also be firm about your need for freedom. Ashlesha and Kritika, you are attracted by their strong personality, disarmed by their shyness. Their stubbornness surprises you, and you fear because of that they will dominate you. Ashlesha and Rohini, you fall for Rohini's charm and wit, and find them to be very romantic and emotional, but also quite needy. The more they need you, the less you want to give them what they want. So it can become sort of an unhappy situation, and you can actually end up bringing out the worst in each other. So if you want it to work, you need to concentrate on each other's positive traits. Ashlesha and Mrigashira, both of you can present images to the other which have no connection to reality at all. The serpent connection further adds to the secrecy and mystery in your relationship. They can behave quite childishly with you, and you can be uncaring with them when you're faced with difficulties. So I would say learn to control your tempers, because you can hurt each other quite a bit and be destructive in the relationship. Okay, Ashlesha and Ardra. The crazy and on the edge Ardra excites you very much. But close up, they can be quite practical and boring. Ardra makes the mistake of making their admiration obvious, and this is an immediate turn off for you. Their animal sign is the dog, and you are the cat, so you can fight with them a lot. And so this can really compromise the peace in the relationship. Ashlesha and Punarvasu, this is a good relationship and really good sex as well. You tend to forgive them for their need to always advise you and fix your life and try to improve you. You constantly remind them that they're your lover and partner and not your guru. You can be jealous of the people who surround them. You don't like to share your love, but with Punarvasu, you need to learn to do that. Ashlesha and Pushya, you don't think Pushya are right for you. They appear boring. They appear like workaholics. But their detachment from your attractions makes you go forward and try to make them interested in you. When you get to know them, they're quite witty and warm. They're patient, they love you, but they don't have unrealistic expectations of you. Ashlesha with another Ashlesha, this is a really, really good relationship. You understand each other very, very well. You accept each other's shortcomings, something you're usually unwilling to do with other people. And you'll move from detachment to attachment really quickly with shared emotions and shared passions. Ashlesha and Magha, this is probably your worst relationship. You don't understand each other's needs. Your relationship tends to go downhill very quickly. They make you feel rejected and unloved, so you become quite sort of cool and arrogant and intimidating in return. Ashlesha and Purva Falguni, you enjoy Purva Falguni's practical nature, their attachment to their family, and their endless socializing, but their inability to understand your spiritual needs will be a problem for you. Ashlesha and Uttara Falguni. Uttara Falguni represents a dilemma to you. You get too close to them and they can overpower you with their personality and with their needs. And if you stay away from them, they will complain that you don't love them. So you have to get your relationship just right with them. And if you find that balance, there's a lot of warmth and love there. Ashlesha and Hasta, you're attracted to their sophistication, their independence. They appear fun-loving, they appear social, but their need for emotional dependence is a bit difficult for you to handle. You try to analyze them, and this can result in too much criticism, and they can actually be quite sort of dependent on you. They might actually show too much love for you, and this can put you off. Ashlesha and Chitra, you sense the inner beauty of Chitra, and you hardly ever take them at face value. They appreciate it, and they'll let you into their inner world. You like the excitement and adventure of Chitra, and you like the way that they show interest in you. Yet at the same time, they let you be independent and never question your detachment. Ashlesha and Swati just don't know what you want. You can be distant friends, but the moment you fall in love, the problem starts. You may find them boring and seek your pleasures elsewhere. If they do love you, you tend to get sort of put off by them because they might come on too strong. But then if they ignore you, you become jealous and possessive. Ashlesha and Vishaka, you feel their strength instinctively. The tiger Vishaka is far stronger than the cat. You try to use all your wiles to establish your superiority over them, and the relationship becomes one of a power play. They can feel manipulated by your ability to use charm to get your own way. Ashlesha and Anuradha. Anuradha will want to mold you. You're independent and you don't like constraints. You can cope with their polarities and their ambitions, but you find it hard to handle their need for romance all the time. Okay, Ashlesha and Jayastha. Jayastha fascinates you. They represent how you would like to evolve as a person. You empathize with their struggles and analyze your spiritual choices with them. You find this relationship mentally very exhilarating, and both of you can sort of take each other to new heights in that way. You love Jayastha as a part of yourself, and they do everything to please you. So it's a good relationship. Ashlesha and Mula, your relationship with Mula is a spiritually complex one. This puts a lot of pressure on the relationship, despite the fact that their compatibility between you two is very high. Try not to be possessive of Mula, and don't allow them to disregard your feelings. Remind them of the need to conform to certain basic rules if they want to keep your love. Ashlesha and Purvashada, you make good friends, but not really more than that. You've experienced unhappiness from a few dramatic changes of life, and you can't really understand Purvashada's ability to change their philosophy without any sort of pain or angst. Allow your bitterness to creep into the relationship, and you will definitely spoil it. Ashlesha and Uttarashada, this relationship can go wrong so fast that you don't even have time to fix it. Your symbol is a serpent, and their animal sign is its deadly enemy, mongoose. The sexual compatibility is, as you can imagine, very, very low. Their anger burns you, and they get the full brunt of your viciousness and sarcasm. And in the end, both of you get hurt. Ashlesha and Shravana, you can't relate to the world of Shravana. It's sentimental, quiet. You have more of a sort of a cynical, worldly view of life, and your world has never been so rosy or colorful. The attraction of opposites is usually bad news in the end. You both may try to be what the other wants, but both of you are willful and very fixed in your thinking. Ashlesha and Dhanishta, you're greatly attracted to the primal qualities of Dhanishta. Their independence, their loyalty, their fiercely protective nature. You love their unconventionality and their ability to defy tradition. They're passionate lovers. Just don't be too detached. They need to be reminded that they are important. Ashlesha and Shatabishak, you think of them as a challenge. They're cool, they're distant, your ego gets hurt as they don't really give you the attention that others do. You enjoy the excitement of reining them in, but emotionally you know that they're not being honest, and neither are you. Learn to talk about love. Don't avoid the more difficult emotional issues between you. Ashlesha and Purva Bhadrapada, they can have a real weakness for you. You may explore the relationship, but in the long term, you prefer to remain a bit detached. You can be casual with their emotions and flirt with them with really no intention of seriousness, and they can get very easily hurt and won't exactly forgive and forget. Ashlesha and Uttara Bhadrapada, they can love you too much. You want to explore the relationship where you experience some surprises, and they can't really give you that kind of edgy experience that you're looking for. Ashlesha and Revathi, you can never really be the type of love that Revathi wants you to be. You're both ruled by Mercury, but whereas you're just starting to search for answers, working within sort of the intellectual boundaries, Revathi has moved beyond this and has sort of an intense need for self-realization. So your spiritual paths are quite different. You may try to love Revathi, but you're unable to offer them the complete attention that they seek.